I'm Grant Jonas. Instead of our usual routine tonight, we're going to have a special look edition into the world of the silent killer, the Black Death. That's right, hepatitis B. As you all know, there's been an outbreak in sub-Saharan Africa. Here to talk about said outbreak from the CDC itself is Cade Blankenship. Cade?
Hey Grant, it's great to be here.
Now let's cut to the chase, Dr. B. What's going on in the sub-Saharan?
Well, basically there's been an outbreak of the Hep B.
Why don't you talk a little bit about what the CDC thinks caused this outbreak? It's an STD, right?
Well, HB can be an STD, yes, but it can also be, you can get it from sharing bodily fluids, coming in contact with infected blood. So in short, pretty much any unsanitary conditions can give an outbreak of the Hep B. And this is what the CDC believes caused the outbreak.
Oh, well that certainly would make sense, Dr. B. Alright, now we're going to go live to our field reporter, John McCutcheon, who's actually in the sub-Saharan.
Birds, all are consumed by this animal, reputed to be Africa's most fearless. Incredibly tenacious, they hunt constantly, barely resting between kills. These terrors are very well adapted to the digging lifestyle, with their powerful, stocky build, broad muscular back, and formidable foreclaws. These claws can reach 40 millimeters in length, and are the powerful digging tools that help deliver dinner. These long claws can rake up to 50 holes per session, breaking open the nests of their potential prey. The honey badger gets its name from its penchant for breaking into the homes of another vicious beast, the African honeybee. Though many desire the sweet, this resolute little brute is after something perhaps a little more savory. Breaking apart the honeycombs with its claws, despite the furious response of the bees, it tears down the house to eat the infants. The larvae are what this clawed terror is after, and even the frantic fury of the bees' stings won't stop him. Despite their solitary and reclusive nature, honey badgers attract quite a following. These pale-chanting goshawk groupies have talons of their own, but their talons are more suited to snatch than to claw the earth, so they let the honey badger do the...
Thanks, Grant. Here with me is data miner Rashil Patel. He's been here in Africa researching exponential growth on hepatitis B.
So immediately, because I'm from a third world country, I know everything there is to know about hepatitis B.
I didn't mean it like that, man.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Cracker.
All right. Well, moving on. What's going on here, Rashil?
Well, what we have here is a Class B outbreak, and if you look at the charts, you can see that the growth is always exponential. And if you can actually put this in a graph and see how it grows from person to person.
Yeah, thanks. I know what that means. I passed high school math.
I can't tell.
Back to you, Grant.
work for them. They can pluck the escaping prey that the honey badgers aren't fast enough for. Jackals, too, will make off with a little light refreshment when they get the chance. But the honey badger is no helpless victim. It's quite a thug in its own right, and willing and able to snatch a meal right out of the mouth of a snake. And not quite full after its first course, it turns on the outraged snake, and for its second course, takes the reptile's life. The puff adder strikes back with a venomous bite, but it's not enough to deter the badger. At least not until the toxin begins to course through his system. His cheek starts to swell, and he collapses. The snake may have struck a deadly blow.
3, 2, 1, go.
So with that said, Dr. Cade, why don't you explain to us what you think should be done about this outbreak?
So glad you asked. Okay, well the first thing that should be done is to take some precautions. You can get a vaccine to help prevent it, but you also might want to wear a little bit more protection. But unfortunately, the most common way to get it is by childbirth, so there's not a whole lot you can do to avoid that.
Okay, thanks.